Hello, I'm Arnoud Dekker. I decided to make a commentary on a recent recording I made of a drawing. What I'm drawing here is something from observation, in this case from photo, because I couldn't record on location. There was a cool looking construction vehicle nearby my house. I'm not really sure what the function of it is, but I like the general shapes. So the process, you see that I started with like a small side view thumbnail on the top right corner, and the drawing itself, I just block in the major shapes in pencil, and because I know I wanted to put it eventually in Inkscape, I left it very rough and let the rest come out through the ink pen. Because if I'm gonna draw everything out in advance, it's gonna end up looking very stiff, and I wanted a bit of a rugged look because the vehicle itself is also like very um, not clean in a sense, if that makes sense. My English isn't that great because I'm Belgium, and so I speak Dutch. I have made commentaries before, videos which are in Dutch for my job and my students. You can see that I generally just trace over first the large shapes and then systematically move on to smaller shapes. I tend to work everywhere at once to not get too stuck up at one part and then over detail it in the rest of it. It's important to eventually pick a focal point, which where all the most of the details are going to go. I made some small indication there on the ground because I know I'm going to put it in the thick black shadow, because also in the reference, see me getting up the brush pen. I know it's all in shadow, so it's not really useful for me to draw it all out. Maybe more interesting for the visual library. But what appealed to me were the contrasts that the shadows gave on the vehicle. It's very 2D in a sense, not very 3D. Learning to draw has a lot to do with thinking 3D, but recently I'm more getting into values and composition and light and shadow, so these aspects also become important. I think once the 3D aspect is learned, it's safely to move on to these aspects and apply them in other drawings, maybe from imagination. The reason I chose this vehicle is because it inspired me also for an upcoming project. I wanted to design like a space vehicle for some characters that I've already drawn, and I liked the shape design of this vehicle, so I decided to study it and make a nice drawing of it that I can use for inspiration, or maybe more literally, to design a vehicle. Not really sure what it's going to be, but wanted to start somewhere. Because recently I've also learned more that it's important to rely on reference to design all these futuristic and space-like craftings. You can see that I really like to hatch, something from my architectural background. I try to do first think about shadows, so I did thick black ink, and then start thinking about tones. So thinking grayscale, like what are the colors next to each other, and the more darker the color or the tone from the vehicle, I apply thicker hatching. You see me also going there with the white correction ink to pop out the vehicle out of the shadow and fix some mistakes. And at the end I just set more line weights, small adjustments, really small adjustments. It's all in the end, all those little small details you can see when you start fixing. I fixed like the grill side here because they weren't properly aligned. But yeah, yes, what code is done.